Hi, so in this tutorial I will let you know regarding surfaces. The option left are trim. So for that, open a new part, and here what I will do is I'll make a solid part. First of all, you know, here I'll make a solid part, a cylinder. In features, extrude, and then what I'm going to do with that cylinder is a normal cylinder. That's okay. And this is made with front plane. Okay, so in top plane, let us say how to make something or some sketch. I'll make a spline, yeah, and spline, and I'll connect this thing with this and spline back, and let's say I am extruding this thing, okay, from both the sides. That's okay. And after extrusion, let us say I want to cut this thing. I want to cut this cylinder, this solid cylinder, with the help of this surface. So what to do is insert cut with surface, insert cut with surface, or also you can use cut with surface. Also you can use this cut with surface, and this is a surface I want to cut with. Okay, then this is gone, and now hide this thing, this surface, and we will get the required shape on the top of the cylinder. So this is one of the method. Okay, and this was a normal surface with the help of cylinder, which is solid surface and solid. Now don't save it, again open new. Solid and surface is done. Now I will do something with surface. So for that, let us say I'll sketch a rectangle first, and then surface, extrude, and extrusion should be this much. Okay, now let's say this is made, and here the front plane is this, in the top plane normal. Let us same thing I will repeat. This will be my plane. Okay, and chain and spline back, and here surfaces, and then extrude from both the sides, direction 2. That's okay. Now what you want to do is you want to cut the surface with a surface. Same thing can be done, that is through the option trim. Okay, so use the trim option, and after trimming the option, what you need to do is you need to trim something and keep something, trim something and keep something. So this is the trim tool, so I want to use this surface, the trim tool, this surface is the trim tool, and I want to keep this section. Okay, which means this is my tool. I will cut this thing and I'll keep this thing in standard thing. Okay, now see what happens. This thing goes away, the bottom edge goes away, and you will notice something, which means you need to, if you hide this thing, you'll get the required shape over here. Okay, again unhide this, or else Control Z. Control Z. Okay, so you did Control Z. Now what you need to do is again trim, and now the trim tool will be this. Earlier it was this, and now keep selections. I want this, keep this thing. Trim tool is this. Now this will cut this thing, but this will remain as it is. Look, there is a hole now, which means you know the tool is this was your selection, and this is the hole. Now look how the hole looks. Okay, so this is about trim, normal trim option. Now what I want to do is I want to use the option extend. So go to this, and I want to option, click here. If at all I want to extend this a bit further, look, it goes straight up with extending up till here. Okay, up to the point, up to the surface, same surface, this is same surface. Okay, now again I want to use the option extend of this thing, zoom in this edge, and it should be linear. So linear means it is always straight and there are no curvatures at all, so that is linear. So that can also be done. Okay, so this is the option. Now let's say what I want to do is, this was made in front plane, and now I want to trim it using the front plane. Now this is the front, I selected the front plane, and this is my trim. Keep selections, let's say, but before that surface trim, I will delete this thing. Yes, now it is back. Now I will select the front plane, trim surface, this is front, keep selections. I want to keep this, cannot partition. Okay, the intersection tool is okay. So the thing is net surface. This problem with this should everything should be net. Okay, cannot merge entities. Okay, still not working. Okay, so I will delete the extend, or I will suppress it for us to understand. This is done. Now let's see whether the trim works. Front trim with plane, no. Keep this, cannot partition surface. The trim tool target do not intersect. The trim tool is a 3D sketch made of 3D. You are trimming. Okay, so the problem is with the plane, with the front plane. So what it says is the front plane is not able to do the required remove selections. No, so this is should be deleted, and then you open the front plane, and this okay, so this should be the selection, or this should be in standard. This is mutual, this is standard. So the trim tool should always be the surface. And what if you remove this? Okay, look, the whole outer boundary is removed now. Again, that's okay because we are doing Control Z. This is for you to understand. Now let's say I made this thing in front. Okay, this is surface extrude, this is one. So here there is a sketch, edit sketch, and this should be normal. What can I do is I can also make one more sketch over here, and look, after making one more sketch, now I have two things with me. Now let's say trim. I will trim using like trim tool is this, trim tool is, I will go to mutual, and in mutual I will select trim tool is 1, 2. There are two trim tools now, and keep selections. Okay, okay, split all. Okay, split is not working. That's okay. So here my main aim is like you can use two tools to trim a surface, and which is possible in mutual one, and these are remove selections. If you do keep selections, and if I say I want to keep this or keep the surfaces, presently it is not allowing me to, but generally in normal condition this happens, and the same thing can be done with the help of a trim tool where there are two tools in mutual. So this is just the logic behind it. You just need to practice it in order to get the answer. Presently in this thing the mutual is not working only because we have suppressed few things. Once you delete all these things and make it right, this will work. So this was about the extend and trim surfaces. Thank you.